What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Sinister. Welcome back to another video for today. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and also hit that like button so YouTube can know that your boy is on his grind and they can recommend my video to those who need to see these videos. Alright, so let's talk about today's situation, right? So I got a load for this morning from yesterday, right? Because I just got the truck out the shop. So the load, the paperwork was, it said the pickup was 7 a.m. this morning. So I got there for my appointment time, gave them my pickup number, and then the broker calls me while I'm at the location because they were saying they needed another number because it was just a mix-up of questions that they asked me. So they asked me who was the carrier. So I told them the carrier I'm pulling for, but what they really meant to ask me was who was the broker of the load. So that's how the confusion happened. So anyway, while I'm at the U.S. cold storage, the broker calls me. So I'm speaking to the broker. So the guy's like, oh, you checked in for your appointment? I'm like, yeah. So he said, my manager who booked the load made a mistake. The load was scheduled for 7 p.m. tonight. I'm sitting there at 7 a.m. But that's what the paperwork was that they sent to the office that my dispatcher gave me. So I said, all right, well, let me go back to check with the security guard and give him the pickup number. So I'm like, all right. So I go back over there. I'm like, hey, the broker's, TQL. It's a TQL load. So he's like, oh, okay. So he calls the central office, the shipping office. He said, all right, go down the spot here, park here, go in the shipping office. So I go in the shipping office. And I walk in there, right? So I'm like, all right. The broker's telling me like it's a mistake on their end. The load don't pick up the 7. Now I already started my clock about 5 o'clock about 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning. So my clock is already started, right? I'm like, I'm not sitting and waiting till it's almost 7 o'clock in the evening to grab the load, going to North Carolina. I'm like, no, I'm not doing all that. I'm gonna grab, hey, I'm gonna jump off it. If they can't get me loaded early, I'm letting the load go. So anyway, I go in the central office. Now, most drivers that's out here picking these loads up, owner ops, lease purchase, our time, not saying that company drivers' time is not valuable, but for us owner operators and lease purchase operators, like, we could go grab other loads. Some drivers spent money to come get it. I went and got fuel this morning, even though it was only 20 miles away from me, it is what it is. So I go in the central office. So I'm in my head. I'm like, yo, I'm feeling good. I got my coffee. I'm ready to ride. My truck's been down. I got to talk about that in another video. So the truck's been down for about a week. And I'm like, all right, bet. I had enough time off. I'm ready to go. I've been in the hotel, laying back, chilling, doing my research. And I'm ready to go. I'm like, all right, it's Friday. Go in there. I said, good morning. So the lady's like, good morning, how you feeling? I'm like, I'm feeling great. I said, hey, listen, can you help me out? Because the broker was telling me this load is for 7 p.m., but the paperwork they originally sent to the office was for 7 a.m. Can you help me out? So I went in there energetic. I ain't going there like all mad about it, because you being mad about it is going to do what? It ain't going to do nothing. So I went in there energetic. I said, listen, can you help me out? They saying it's supposed to be for 7 p.m. Hey, can somebody back there help me out, see if they can find my product so I can get it, so I can ride out? I'm trying to boogie today. It's Friday. I'm feeling good. I want to ride. And she's like, no, I understand. But she was in a good mood because I brung in a good mood. You walk in these places with a nasty attitude, you're going to get a nasty attitude. Like attracts like. You got a nasty attitude, you upset, they gonna match your energy. So I'm like, so she was like, well, unfortunately, the load is set for 7 p.m. So I'm like, can somebody back there help me out? She was like, your product is being shipped from another warehouse over here. I'm like, just a conspiracy, C-O-N-spiracy. So she's laughing and I'm laughing because I'm not stressed over it. I'm like, yo, it is what it is. So she was like, yeah, so she's putting my information in the system. She's like, unfortunately, you're gonna have to sit in your truck and wait till it's your time. If anything else come up early and we can get you in, then we will. So I was like, all right, well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Left out, went back to the truck. Called my dispatcher. I said, listen, we got a problem. And I'm not calling on no beef and rah-rah. I call my dispatch. His name is Andy. So I said, yo, Andy. He's like, yo, Andy, what up? I said, yo, why you sound like that? It was Friday morning. He's like, man, it's 7:40 in the morning. I said, so wake up. So, it's hot in here because I got the truck off. I don't want to idle it. So I said, look, the broker is telling me this load is scheduled for 7 p.m., but the paperwork they sent us said 7 a.m. I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sitting here waiting for this. It's Friday. I already started my clock. I'm feeling good. I want to boogie. I'm back in the boogie mobile. I want to get on the highway and boogie. I want to do some riding. I want to do some trucking. So he was like, all right, let me call the broker and I'll call you back. So I was like, all right. So in the meanwhile, I was listening to a motivation video and everything like that, drinking my coffee, and he calls me and the broker gave me like $250 for sitting there, and that was their mistake. I was like, all right, I made $250 to drive 20 miles. That's it. So I said to my dispatcher, I said, all right, find me something else. Let's go. He's like, all right, give me a minute. I hit you back. Boom. Find me a load 20 miles away from where, 20 miles away from where I picked up the first, I went to get the load, that U.S. cold storage, 20 miles from the U.S. cold storage, right back up the interstate, 20 miles away. For the same amount of pay on a different load, going to the same zone while going down to North Carolina. Now, the U.S. cold storage load was only 21,000 pounds. This load is only 31,000 pounds. I'm like, we out of here. We out of here. So I'm over here now. I'm over here early. It's 11:30 Central Time. So my appointment is not till 2 o'clock. I was like, all right, you know what? She was like, slide your tandems back in the door. When you load it, we'll call you for you to come get your paperwork. So I was like, all right, well, thank you. You see what I'm saying? It's all energy. It's all energy. All that crying and complaining don't do nothing for you but bring you more problems and other situations and scenarios that'll just mess your day up. Don't allow these things to mess your day up. This is even for new drivers coming in the industry. If you're a regular company driver, if you're a company driver, a lease purchase driver, an owner operator, I don't care if you're doing refrigerator, you're doing dry van, you're doing flatbed, you're doing coal hauling. I don't care. Don't allow these situations. This trucking is not perfect. And if you come out here and think it's always going to be perfect, or you think every time you go to a shipper or the receiver, it's going to be perfect, you sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken, and you're going to be disappointed, and you're going to be upset, and you're going to be frustrated. But guess what? I ain't mad about it. Not at all. I'm still having a good one. I say, you know what? I got things to do. I can do videos for my subscribers and new drivers and people who watch my video to see what truck drivers go through. So that's what it is. That's what it is. And I was down for a whole week. But hey, I'm still blessed. I'm still blessed. I still feel good. You don't hear no crying over here. Crying about what? It's trucking. Just like not every day is going to be sunny. So, but that's what's going on right now. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It was something quick. I just wanted to drop these jewels for those that's looking to come in the trucking, or if you already in trucking, take these notes. Stop frustrating yourself, because all you're doing is stressing yourself out. All you're doing is raising your blood pressure. That's all you're doing. So, anyway, if you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. If you got any questions, leave it in the comments. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And then to the next video, it's your boy, Sinister the Trucker. I'm out of here. Peace.